my God, it's like a time warp when he puts his foot down. Holy sh. All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. And in this video, we are gonna be taking a look at a 1400 horsepower, yes, a 1400 horsepower Shelby GT500 getting down. Why you need 1400 horsepower on the street? Hey, I don't know, but this fella decided to get it done. If you guys enjoyed the reactions, feel free, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications to stay up to date with my personal builds as well as videos, man. Street cruises going crazy in a 1400 horsepower Shelby GT500. Let's make sure this volume is turned up. It looked clean, man. You can't lie. Like, honestly, it's crazy because at first I wasn't a fan of the S550 Shelby GT500s. Now, again, I never said they were ugly, but I always liked the S197 Shelby GT500s. I feel like that's where everybody fell in love with the GT500, truly fell in love with the GT500. That guy Marin's GT500 is why I was like, okay, I need to become part of the Shelby family. And when these S550s came out, I'm like, damn, they look more like sports cars more than like muscle cars. But I'm not gonna lie, now I'd actually take an S550 over the S197 GT500. Just for, you know, the more modern tech. I guess the older you get, it's like, you know, having the digital dash, all that stuff in here. You feel me? He's got his tires aired down to 20 PSI. He knows the vibes. But don't get it twisted, man. I definitely will get down the S197 GT500. A digital dash is nice. I could actually put that in my Shelby GT350, but I like the analog dash. I got the digital dash in the S650. I don't need to put it in the Shelby GT50. That DCT is nice though. Everybody tells me it's like, man, like once you drive a DCT car, it's like that stick shift. I have to drive a manual. That goes out the window, from what I've been told. Some people were up in arms when this car didn't have a manual, but I made a video on a manual transmission swap Shelby GT500. Everybody was like, dude, like you should do that. Stupid to do that. You know, the DCT is why this car is nasty, which in all reality is 100% true because these cars are heavy, y'all. They're like 4,000 pounds. That blower whine, man. Damn. Blowing the tires off. That whine would get addicting. Ain't gonna lie. Obviously, this is not a stock car, so it's gonna be sounding extra crispy. Thing sounds amazing. Wait till he opens this thing up. Obviously he has it not set in MPH right now. Obviously. Yeah, those downshifts. Downshifting the first gear. Are you supposed to do that with the DCT? Obviously, man, this guy knows better than me, but are you supposed to downshift in the first gear with the DCT? I don't matter. This guy I let it loose on this street. Watch. If there was no light, he would have let that loose. I'm telling y'all. GT500 would be a nice daily, I ain't gonna lie. But daily, it would be a nice daily, I ain't gonna lie. Just cause the DCT, but it'd be one of those cars where it's just like, man, you know, you could do this and that. You know what I'm saying? The car makes 800 horsepower. You do something else, you know, it's 900, and then 1,000, you know, 1,000. It gave me the slippery slope. I mean, injectors, E85, cat delete, and a tune. You know, you're already over 800 wheel, well over 800 wheel. Damn, dude. I know the traction control system on this is like way more advanced than on the Shelby GT350. Because I know you can leave like part of it on and it's not gonna impact the performance. It's not a stick car. That's the one thing about the stick shift cars. You can get away with not running like a slick on a car like this, leaving some of the traction control parameters on and still have the car roll out how it should. Like a stick shift car, you have to shut everything off. As soon as that system kicks in, like you're hitting a wall. You have to run a slick with the stick shift car. That's the one thing about a stick shift car. Unless you go Motec. But then that's the cost of another car. Especially buying it and getting it wired up. Thing sounds crazy. He's about to get on the highway and let this thing loose too. That blower. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. As soon as he puts his foot down, it starts to spin like crazy. He almost lost it right there. He's probably about to do like at 100 to 200 right here. If it hooks. Fuck, that's his buddy spotting him. That's pretty smart, honestly. Yeah, he's about to do 100 to 200 right here. I guarantee it. Or probably in the tunnel. Yep, here he goes. Here he goes. Oh my God, it's like a time warp when he puts his foot down. Holy shit. Dude, it's like warp speed when he puts his foot. Hold on. I gotta rewind that. Yeah, when that boost hits, holy shit. Yeah, it's like warp speed when he puts his foot down. Oh my gosh. It just went like, holy cow, that thing is fast. Damn, dude. Actually, you know, I've never actually gotten a ride in a Shelby GT500 nor driven one. Huh. Makes you kind of want to be like, hey, let somebody give me a ride in one that makes like 1,000, just so I can like just so I can experience how it feels, you know, going through the gears. I guarantee you hit it in second, and then that third and fourth gear probably feels wicked. I know that fourth gear probably feels wicked because it feels wicked in the Shelby GT350. Like when you're shifting and actually with the foot down, that fourth gear, it feels like a time warp. Because that's when, like, you know, 1-to-1 ratio, that's when you're, you know, going, you know, from 120 to like 150 mile an hour. It feels crazy. God, bro, that was fast. That was nuts. He just turned the exhaust off. He probably in his neighborhood. He's like, yeah, let me not go ahead and make a bunch of noise here. About to pull over, my legs shaking.